Part 224. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 2231. Fang Fan thought in his heart, his eyes couldn't help but glance around, all kinds of thoughts gathered in his mind. Killed another wave of forces who wanted to come to fight the autumn wind. This strategy of encircling the spot and attacking aid is very well executed. Fang Fan stretched his waist, thinking silently in his heart, his eyes became sharper and sharper. This time, he obtained more than 10,000 school tokens from Fan Hai Palace, making the number of school tokens in Fang Fan's hands once exceeded 130,000. Fang Fan hadn't counted before, but now after counting, the numbers on the school token rankings have changed dramatically. Everything will change in an all-round way. School token leaderboard. First place, 131,241 pieces. Owner, Fang Fan. From the third class Jingtian Sanctuary. Second place, 16,122 pieces. Owner, Gisha. From the second class Fallen Sanctuary. Third place, 12,433 pieces. Owner, Duguayajian. Comes from the first class Heavenly Wave Sword Sect in the Sanctuary of the Vault of Heaven. Fourth place, 10,516 pieces. Owner, Zuokyo Taxu. From the first class Temple of the Light Alliance in the Sanctuary of the Firmament. Fifth place, 9,991 pieces. Owner, Xiahe Yunlong. It comes from the Heaven and Earth Palace, the first class sacred domain of the sky. Sixth place, 3,539 pieces. Owner, Chu Tianxiang. From the first class Shushan clan in the Sanctuary of the Sky. 100th place, 627 pieces. Owner, Sun Gan. From the second class Sanctuary, Tudi Sanctuary. 1000th place, 88 pieces. Owner, Nofu. From the second class Fallen Sanctuary. The 16,000th place, 11. The owner is desperate. From the third class Heavenly Tiger Sanctuary. On the list of school tokens, relatively speaking, the number of school tokens owned by other major practitioners has not changed too significantly, but the school tokens owned by Fang Fan are sprinting to new highs again and again. After this new high sprint, it inexplicably brought a sense of mental tremor to people. Sometimes dissatisfaction really does. I want to express admiration from the bottom of my heart, it's too strong. So strong. Just at this time, the magic circle of the assessment field that had been torn apart by the Rage God's finger was gradually repaired, and the magic circle mirrors began to be rearranged. Everyone's eyes quickly focused on Fang Fan, especially when they saw the magic circle on the ground. After the laying eyes of the palace mate of Fan Hai Palace, Fan Ming, each of them looked confused. This is dead. What haven't they seen yet? The magic circle in the examination field was torn apart before, so the current picture appeared, which is more or less weird this time. Everyone took a breath, and the speed of the situation made them feel unbelievable. For those viewers who made bets, whether they won or lost, most of them breathed a sigh of relief at the moment. This tangled situation is finally over. They don't have to endure that crazy torment anymore. At this moment, the feeling of powerlessness in my heart is too real. In the end it was that boss Fang Fan who took off. According to this big boss Fang Fan has already killed the three major first-rank forces one after another, two of which are ordinary first-rank forces, the Soul Race and the Temple of Heaven, and now even top-ranking first-rank forces like Fan Hai Palace are no exception. This is the real big dark horse. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 2232. There were endless comments, and Fang Fan became the focus of everyone's attention. Some are happy and some are sad. On the Swifu Square, those practitioners who bet on the victory of Fan Hai Palace were all sure, and the odds were only 1.1. They didn't think there would be any possibility of overturning. People are inexplicably deeply moved. The cultivators who chose to bet on the victory of Qingtian Sanctuary before were actually gamblers, and most of them went for the odds of 10 to 1. Some are really desperate to lose, and can only rely on this method to fight desperately. Although there were a few twists and turns, but at least it was a victory in the end. The victory declaration is here, giving a sense of conscious excitement. He actually killed my wife, Fan Hai Palace. My wife of Fan Hai Palace has even awakened the blood of a demigod. This is the future demigod powerhouse of my Fan Hai Palace. How dare he? Fan Xiong, the deputy lord of Fan Hai Palace, stood up suddenly, his face turned red, and his teeth were chattering wildly as he spoke. He knew exactly what the situation had turned into. It's nothing if a palace dies, and Fan Hai Palace's palace is not only Fanming, it's really not worth much. But the palace who awakened the blood of the demigod is different, this is the future and hope of their Fan Hai Palace. How could you just give up like this? If only one palace lord died, then he, the deputy palace lord, would not be too much blamed, after all, his status was there. But now, a damsel who had awakened the blood of a demigod died? At that time, not only the palace lord will blame him, but even the demigod patriarch will trouble him. Thinking of this, Fan Xiong, the vice lord of the Fan Hai Palace, distorted his complexion. There must be a statement. Otherwise, this face will be completely finished. Severe punishment. It must be severely punished. Humph, I suspect that the magic circle in the examination field was destroyed, and someone deliberately did it. It's just deliberately trying to obliterate my wife in Fan Hai Palace. Otherwise, why did all the pictures just disappear? I suspect that the internal personnel of Guangming Academy are also involved. And Fang Fan, the third-class Jingtian Sanctuary, is absolutely inseparable. Deputy Palace Master, how to deal with this matter, you need to give us Fan Hai Palace an explanation. Fang Fan must die. Fan Xiong, the deputy lord of Fan Hai Palace, stood up, his expression became vicious, and while he was speaking, he strode forward, with a bulging vein on his forehead. Vice Palace Mistress Fangsheng is really ridiculous. It's because you, the maid of Fan Hai Palace, is not as skilled as others, but you still want to kill Fang Fan. Now that Fang Fan is beheaded, he deserves it. Can anyone else be blamed? The current situation is here, the palace of Fangsheng should not be too deceptive. Shameless, there must be a certain bottom line. This is the assessment side of my Guangming Academy, not your Fan Hai Palace. Murong Yu, the first-level tutor of Guangming Academy, stood up, and while talking, his eyes flickered, and the look of disdain on his face became more and more. The matter has come to this point, it is useless to say more. Mr. Murong, what does this Fang Fan have to do with you? Why are you defending him like this? Could it be that the insider of the Guangming Academy I just mentioned is you? Is it you and Fang Fan from Qingtian Sanctuary who conspired to kill my wife from Fan Hai Palace? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2233. Fan Xiong, the Deputy Lord of Fan Hai Palace, is no longer ashamed. What to say, what not to say, I don't know at all. Now he is like a mad dog, catching and biting whomever he catches. This gesture is extremely ugly. But looking at it from a certain angle, it is even more real. Shut up. Before Murong Yu could speak, Shui Wanren, the deputy head of Guangming Academy, had already shouted coldly. This is Guangming Academy, not a place where cats and dogs can make trouble. If some people don't want to stay here, they can go away. If you make noise again, don't blame the deputy palace master's subordinates for being ruthless. The eyes of Shui Wanren, deputy head of Guangming Academy, flashed sharply as he spoke. He wanted to show this gesture at this moment, otherwise these people would really treat him as a bully at Guangming Academy. Shui Wanren's fury made the eager atmosphere around him freeze instantly. Fan Xiong, the deputy lord of Fanhai Palace, had a face slung over his face, feeling extremely angry in his heart, but he couldn't break out at this moment. He had already caused the death of a palace maid who had awakened the blood of a demigod in Fanhai Palace. If he offended Guangming Academy because of this, then he would really have no place for himself when he returned to Fanhai Palace. Right now, Fang Fan has become the core focus of everyone's attention. On the list of school tokens, 130,000 school tokens are invincible. As long as he is willing, he can distribute the 130,000 school tokens to 10 people, so that he can directly occupy the top 10 of the rankings. At this moment, the abnormal changes in the school's token rankings have naturally attracted the full attention of many forces. If Fang Fan's school tokens suddenly increased sharply before, and the school tokens of the Soul Race and Tianshan Temple examiners' school tokens suddenly cleared were not enough for them to pay attention to, then the picture displayed at this moment is enough to make them feel in awe. After all, Fanhai Palace is the power of the three top-ranking first-rank forces in the first-class Firmament Sanctuary, representing the top combat power. A gathering place for examiners in the Sanctuary of the Fallen. Guishat, the young master of the Fallen World Palace in the Sanctuary of the Fallen World, stopped in his tracks, looked at the school token leaderboard with abnormalities above his head, and fell into deep thought. Interesting. It's so interesting. Fanhai Palace, disappeared. This is definitely not a coincidence. The clearing of the school tokens in the hands of the examiners of Fanhai Palace and the sudden increase in the school tokens in the hands of Fang Fan, the third-class Jingtian Sanctuary examiner, have formed a certain relationship chain. The Brahma Sea Palace was destroyed by Fang Fan, the examiner of the Qingtian Sanctuary. Sure enough, really extraordinary. If this is the case, it will be even more treacherous. A third-class sanctuary examiner was able to occupy the top spot. He has not dropped half a point so far, and the number of school tokens he owns continues to increase. There must be tricks in it. Now I really want to meet Fang Fan for a while. This kind of ruthlessness has the demeanor of my fallen sanctuary warrior. Guishat, the young master of the Fallen World Sanctuary, narrowed his eyes, silently lost in thought. At this moment, while thinking in his heart, he nodded silently, and the curious look on his face unnaturally increased. At the same time, the assessment site outside the Guangming Mountains, where the examiners of the Tianlang Sword Sect gather. Fan Ming has disappeared from the leaderboard. Did he smash the distress order and leave the examination site, or was killed? No matter what kind of possibility it is, it's not realistic. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2234. Tianlang Jianzilang Tianya's eyes widened, with a look of surprise in them. Who the hell, who made the move? This method is amazing. Could it be, is it really Fang Fan from this third-class Jingtian Sanctuary? After all, the number of school tokens in his hand has increased on the leaderboard. If that's the case, it's terrible. Lang Tianya, the sword son of the Tianlang Sword School, squinted his eyes and fell into deep thought. Jianzi, we have found a trace of Fang Fan in Qingtian Sanctuary. It's not far ahead. This is very suitable, a practitioner of the Tianlang Sword Sect walked over and said excitedly. How did you find it? Are there any abnormal eyes around? Jianzilang Tianya of the Tianlang Sword Sect took a deep breath, and then hurriedly asked. Forward. We met an examiner of Fan Hai Palace. He said that Fan Ming, the son of Fan Hai Palace, has awakened the blood of a demigod. What? Would you like to talk about it? Before the cultivator of the Tianlang sword sect could finish speaking, Lang Tianya opened his eyes wide and let out a dark shout. Awakening the blood of the demigod. Just him. How can it be? There is absolutely no such possibility. How did he awaken the blood of the demigod? It's okay for him to be a dude. Tianlang Jianzalang Tianya of the Tianlang sword school suddenly felt unbalanced in his heart, and he couldn't help but feel a sour taste while talking. He will think, why they can do it, but I can't? This is too aggrieved. The melon seeds in the head are bursting. The trembling body, the trembling eyes, can't help but look a little jealous. Brother, these are not important anymore. According to the information, Fan Ming has been killed by that Fang Fan. At this time, a woman in a green gauze dress came from the crowd, exuding a youthful atmosphere all over her body, and her clothes were quite sexy, with extremely fair skin. The cultivator couldn't help swallowing his saliva. Food sex is also, too normal. Jianzilang Tianya of the Tianlang sword sect also felt quite a headache when he saw this woman in green walking over so ostentatiously, but at the moment his attention was obviously not on this aspect. He watched with concern something extraordinary. You mean, Brahma was killed? He really awakened the blood of the demigod. Awakened the blood of the demigod and was killed. 11 don't lie. Tianlang Jianzalang Tianya gritted his teeth and said nervously. Brother, why did I lie to you? It's really like this. I went to interrogate a few examiners of Fan Hai Palace just now, and they all said so. It is said that a huge finger suddenly fell from the sky, and then their palace died. Yan 11, the sword girl of the Tianlang sword school, carried a thick long sword taller than her body, and said indifferently. Big fingers. Falling from the sky. Could it be that someone outside the examination field made the move? Didn't this Fang Fan be said to be a cultivator of Qingtian Sanctuary? How could there be a powerful person who forcibly broke the assessment rules for him? If it's just a coincidence, this Fang Fan's luck is too good. Brahman Ming, who has awakened the blood of the demigod, will definitely be able to exert the combat power of the 5-star sanctuary. Tianlang Jianzalang Tianya frowned, looking very puzzled. The situation is getting more and more complicated now. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2235. Brother, I think that finger should be summoned by this Fang Fan, it may be one of his combat skills. During the interrogation just now, I asked one more question. It is said that Fang Fan and Fan Ming fought against each other under the landing of the super big finger. Fang Fan didn't move at all, and Fan Ming retreated tens of meters. Yan 11, the sword girl of the Tianlang sword school, shrugged, and then casually drew out the épée on her back, with an excited look on her face. Seeing his sister's expression, could Tianlang sword sect's sword son Lang Tianya not know what she was thinking? At this moment, I feel my scalp numb for no reason. I warn you, don't shoot casually. Put away the long sword. If it is true as you said, that Fang Fan already possesses the combat power of a 5-star sanctuary, and if you challenge him, you will be courting death. Tianlang sword sect's Jianzilang Tianya glared at his younger sister, Yan 11, and complained angrily. I know. Master said that my swordsmanship can only become stronger when I meet stronger swordsmen of the same age. It is said that Fang Fan also used a sword. If I can have a decisive battle with him, maybe I will break through at the moment of life and death. Yan 11 blinked, her beautiful eyes glanced around, the green skirt on her body fluttered with the wind, and then ran away bouncing. If it looks like an individual, this Yan 11 is naturally a beautiful existence, but just carrying this black giant sword, it feels a sense of disobedience. 11 Come back. You, don't be impulsive. Tianlang Jianzilang Tianya's eyes widened, his face couldn't help showing anxiety. While talking, he yelled. How can this be good? Things have gotten really bad. Jianzi, what should we do now? The attendant on the side walked over, looking a little confused. Go and chase Yan 11 back. Don't let her do it. This little girl is not obedient at all. Tianlang Jianzilang Tianya of the Tianlang sword sect has deep emotions. It is too difficult for him to be an elder brother. How does it feel to meet a younger sister who is full of combat power? Although his combat strength is considered good among 4-star sanctuary realm cultivators, if he fights against his younger sister, he will definitely be defeated after 100 moves. This is the Kendo wizard of the Tianlang sword sect. Forward. Jianzi, I'm afraid you will have to do it yourself. It's not that you don't know the fighting power of Yan 11 sword girl. We went there to deliver food. The attendant looked embarrassed, he really couldn't beat him. Going up is hanging and beating, who can stand it? Do not talk nonsense. Rush me with all your strength. Tianlang sword sect Jianzilang Tianya had a dark face, while roaring, he had already rushed over first. There must be no accidents. After beheading Fanming, the son of Fan High Palace, and collecting the spoils, Fang Fan then took a rest. Now the main thing is to continue to wait for a new round of leaks to come on the field, so that we can continue to cut leaks. This lady of Fan High Palace has a good net worth, nearly 1 billion star cores. Combined with what was seized before, the number of star cores in my hands is as high as 2 billion. Each battle can also harvest a number of cards. It's a pity that among these examiners, there are not many saint-level experts, and the number of saint-level cards captured is also average. Fang Fan sighed with emotion, and his eyes flickered. With so many star cores, Fang Fan immediately wanted to spend them all. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2236. There are a lot of new cards in the auction system. Holy Level Exclusive Promotion Card, the exclusive card for promotion to the Holy Level Legion. The auction reserve price is 50 million low-grade star cores. Each price increase must not be less than 1 million low-grade star cores. One buy price is 100 million low-grade star cores. Holy Pet Summoning Card, after opening it, you can get a pet of the Holy Realm, with an auction reserve price of 30 million low-grade star cores. Each increase in price should not be less than 1 million low-grade star cores. One buy price of 80 million low-grade star cores star core. Holy Pet Experience Card, after using the pet, you can gain a lot of experience. The base price of the auction is 100 million low-grade star cores, and the price increase should not be less than 5 million low-grade star cores. The price is 200 million low-grade star cores. Holy Level Ordinary General Summoning Card, after opening, you can summon a 5-star Sanctuary Level Ordinary General to fight for you. It exists for 10 minutes. The auction base price is 150 million low-grade star cores, and each increase should not be less than 3 million low-grade star cores, a price of 300 million low-grade star cores. Sage Level Elite Heavenly General Summoning Card, after opening, you can summon a Holy Level Elite Heavenly General to fight for you. It exists for 10 minutes. The auction reserve price is 2 billion low-grade star cores, and each increase in price should not be less than 100 million low-grade stars core, a price of 10 billion low-grade star cores. The dazzling array of cards does not know how many. Fang Fan has a feeling of being tricky for a moment. At first he thought he was already very rich. After all, the ostentation was there, but after wandering around in the auction system, Fang Fan felt that he was still a turkey, a fighter among turkeys. What can 2 billion low-grade star cores do? Fang Fan will also be able to look at the better holy cards. As for the holy cards, they are not in his consideration for the time being. Fang Fan curled his lips, the desire to complain was extremely strong at the moment. But this wave can also make him see himself clearly. Sometimes the peak of self-righteousness may be the bottom. Now what I value is mainly the Saint level exclusive promotion card and the Holy level pet experience card. Both of these are necessary right now, and they can also comprehensively enhance the strength of my battle pets and legions. Fang Fan's eyes flickered, and he fell into deep thought in silence. As his strength gradually improves, the battles he comes into contact with will become stronger and stronger, and the battle pets are relatively out of step. Among the 4 great pets, except for Xiao Jinlong who was promoted to the 2-star sanctuary, the rest are still limited to the quasi-sacred realm. What Fang Fan wants is for them to follow the combat power standard. Otherwise, you will be eliminated in future battles. Holy level exclusive promotion card priced at 100 million low-grade star core. Holy pet experience card worth 200 million low-grade star core. I don't know how many Saint level exclusive promotion cards of this kind are needed to promote a 1-star sanctuary army to a 2-star sanctuary. Fang Fan's thoughts moved slightly, then he silently nodded. Ding. To promote any 1-star sanctuary army to a 2-star sanctuary realm, you only need a sanctuary exclusive promotion card. Ding. Sanctuary's exclusive promotion card has been added to the daily series of products. There is no limit to the number of hosts purchased. Fang Fan silently nodded when the system notification sound came from his ear, and then silently let out a sigh of relief. Fortunately, it is still within his acceptable range. Now the top 10 legions under my command are all 1-star sanctuary realm except the Blood Shura Legion, which is 2-star sanctuary realm. I can directly purchase 9 holy level exclusive promotion cards at one time. Buy 3 more Holy Battle Pet Experience cards. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2237. Fang Fan's eyes gradually retreated from the card auction system. There are indeed many cards in it, but now he only has 2 billion low-grade star cores in his hand, so poor. A Saint level exclusive promotion card is priced at 100 million low-grade star cores, and it can be purchased directly in the system's daily series of products, which is actually the price. As for a Holy Battle Pet Experience card and a 200 million low-grade star core, buying 9 Saint level exclusive promotion cards and 3 Saint level Battle Pet Experience cards at one time, a total of 1.5 billion low-grade star cores were spent. Fang Fan's previously accumulated net worth can be regarded as more than half of it. Although the cards in this card auction system are very delicious, they don't have star cores, so they can only look at them. Yellow Turban Sanctuary Warlock Legion. Abyss Demon King Legion. Goth Sanctuary Sharpshooter Legion. Low Heavy Machine Artillery Corps. The 9 legions are here. Upgrade. Fang Fan snorted secretly, and then his eyes became bright. Ding. 9 1-star Sanctuary Legions were successfully promoted to 2-star Sanctuary Realm by consuming 9 Saint-level exclusive promotion cards. The system notification sound came from the ear, and the smile on Fang Fan's face became more and more. At this moment, this kind of smile is especially vivid. Only one word, cool. Only the stronger the combat power of his subordinates, the higher the safety factor of Fang Fan, and the greater the chance of choosing to enter the Guangming Academy in the future. Fang Fan's eyes flickered, and the smile on the corner of his mouth gradually became very real. Thank you, Lord. A group of legion leaders and soldiers felt the changes in their cultivation, and the smiles on their faces suddenly became more and more. It feels so blissful to follow the Lord. Promotion is really as simple as eating and drinking water. Fairy Liulai, who was standing by the side, blinked, looking more or less dazed. Was she dazzled just now? How did the cultivators around them improve so quickly? The aura that erupted was much worse than before. From the surface, it is true that there is no way to see it, but it can be clearly felt. Could it be that these hundreds of people were promoted at the same time? How can it be? Are all these caused by Fang Fan? Why do you feel so strange? How many secrets does he have? Fairy Liuli parted her vermilion lips lightly, and as she was thinking about it, the bewildered expression on her face involuntarily increased. The longer you stay in contact with Fang Fan, the more you will feel that his whole body is surrounded by layers of fog, making it difficult to see clearly or understand. Now it's the turn of those three god pets. Fang Fan nodded silently, and then brought up the divine pet Enyi Kailan, the hell three-headed dog Roaring Sky, and Kunpeng Biming. As for the little golden dragon Ao Guang, he has already been promoted to the 2-star sanctuary realm, and throwing this kind of holy level battle pet experience card on him will not have much effect. But the other 3 divine pets are all quasi-holy realms, and they just need this holy level battle pet experience card to make a transition. Fang Fan thought in his heart, then nodded silently. All kinds of thoughts gathered in his mind, the corners of his mouth slightly raised, and his faith gradually took off. When Fang Fan delivered the 3 holy battle pet experience cards to the hands of Dark Ye Kailan, Hell three-headed dog and Kunpeng Biming, the mythical beast Pixio beside him was still stroking its belly, with its legs crossed in embarrassment. From time to time, he ran to Xiao Liuli's feet and rolled around coquettishly, so that he could harvest a wave of star cores to devour. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2238. For the mythical beast Pixio, this is his happy life. This guy still has some self-knowledge. As for flattering Fang Fan, that is impossible. Relying on Xiao Liuli's backing, this guy was always blowing his beard and staring in front of Fang Fan, completely in a state of ecstasy. He thought he was surrounded by his elder brother Bai Biao, and a hostess, Xiao Liuli, felt that Pixio's life had reached its peak. Little Pixio, Fang Fan's battle pets are all collecting cards, why don't you go? Xiao Liuli rubbed Pai Yao, while she was talking, her face showed a look of astonishment. What am I going to do? No, no, no. That kind of card is not a good card at a glance. If you want that card, you will be beaten to death later. Well, the motto of our Pixio family is to eat and die. Eat and sleep, sleep and eat. Pixio touched its chubby belly, and while talking, the treacherous smiles on his face became more and more numerous. Hell three-headed dog, Dark Knight Kirin, and Kunpeng each received a holy level battle pet experience card, and immediately started using it. Whoosh! Whoosh whoosh! Immediately, sharp rays of light flashed on their bodies. Immediately afterwards, their bodies trembled violently, and their cultivation bases also increased crazily. The cultivation base of the Supreme Sanctuary realm is slowly improving, gradually sprinting to the peak. Then the bottleneck burst. Immediately afterwards, thunderbolts gathered in the air. This is the sanctuary thunder disaster that must be faced to advance to the sanctuary realm. There are 3 sanctuary thunder tribulations. The mythical Pixio at the side widened its eyes with astonishment on its face. How is this possible? How could the sanctuary thunder tribulation be summoned with just 1 card? Doesn't this mean that one can become a true sanctuary powerhouse after surviving the thunder tribulation of the sanctuary? The breathing of the mythical Pixio could not help but become rapid. Immediately, he strolled out from Xiaoliuli's feet, and then looked at Fang Fan obsequiously. He could see clearly who his parents were. After this wave, it's simply not too cool. Owner. I also want to survive the thunder tribulation in the sanctuary. I also want to fight for the master and expand the territory. Xiaoxia wants to become stronger, so that she can become a solid guardian for her master. The mythical pixie wagged its tail, while talking, then nodded one after another. This pair of pugs' posture is vividly displayed. At this moment, Fang Fan has the urge to slap it to death. Where is the face? Where are all the faces? This wave after wave, what are you doing? Roll. Fang Fan kicked it out. This mythical beast is a fool. If you believe him, then there is a real ghost. This guy is not reliable at all. I don't know what I've been thinking about in my head. Fang Fan curled his lips, and then complained silently in his heart. Ah! Pixio looked at Fang Fan with an aggrieved face, knowing that he had lost all credibility with Fang Fan, and turned his cowardly eyes to Bai Piao and Xiao Liulai, who he felt were his backers. Bai Piao shrugged, turned his gaze to the side, and ignored him at all. As for Xiao Liulai, she shrugged helplessly, expressing her helplessness. Who made you so flustered before? This is the price. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2239. Boom. Rumbling. The thunder in the sky gathered, causing the circles around the Guangming Mountains to vibrate. At this moment, outside the examination field, through the trembling magic circle mirror, everyone could see the situation inside clearly. How did this become like this? Oh my God! What exactly is this trying to do? 3 sanctuary thunder groups appeared at the same time. It was still at the critical moment of the assessment, and all of them were the battle pets next to Fang Fan in the Qingtian sanctuary. Is this a coincidence? I always feel that there is something tricky in it, but I just don't know where the trick is. Hey, they are the same. I also feel a little strange, but I can't tell where the strange place is. Everyone be careful, the situation seems to be getting serious. Fang Fan from Qingtian Sanctuary really scares us time and time again. 3 thunder tribulations from the sanctuary arrived at the same time. Can the magic circle in the examination field withstand it? Hee, what can I do if I can't bear it? Is it possible to terminate the assessment? I always feel that the 3 battle pets around Fang Fan are going through the catastrophe at the same time, as if they are predicting something. Could it be that Fang Fan can help his battle pets to let the thunder disaster in the sanctuary arrive earlier? This is the handwriting of God. In the Swifu Square, there was a burst of noise. Everyone's eyes gathered here, and while they were talking, the excited expressions on their faces became more and more intense. This is a rare event. Although there are many divided pictures on the magic circle mirror, 99% of the audience's eyes are only focused on Fang Fan. What's the point of seeing other people? This is the one who creates miracles again and again. It's not wrong to watch a movie and eat melons. Murong Yu, who was sitting on the high platform, looked dazed at the moment. He thought that Fang Fan should calm down for a while after killing Fan Ming, the son of Fan Hai Palace. Murong Yu looked at the face of Shui Wanren, the deputy head of the Guangming Academy, and found that the face of the deputy head was already ashen. I want to scold people now. Can you do that? This is too difficult. This wave after wave, what kind of trouble do you want to make? Can this oolong incident stop a little bit after all? Are you still making trouble? Noisy and cheerful? My lord, the deputy palace master, the magic circle on the assessment field can't hold it, it can't hold it, the power of Lei Ji is too strong. If this lightning calamity is allowed to penetrate the magic circle, I'm afraid the magic circle will be paralyzed directly. The mentor of Guangming Academy, who was in charge of maintaining the magic circle, wiped the cold sweat from his forehead, and said while panting heavily, "The current situation is too bad. So what do you want to do? Shui Wanren, deputy head of Guangming Academy, supported his forehead, and asked angrily. Forehead. The best way now is of course to terminate the assessment, and wait, after this wave of sacred thunder has passed. The instructor in charge of maintaining the magic circle at Guangming Academy said calmly. No. The assessment cannot be terminated. There is no precedent for my Guangming Academy's previous freshman assessments to end. The assessment must continue. Is there any other remedy? Shui Wanren, deputy head of Guangming Academy, took a deep breath, and said while suppressing his resentment. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2240. The plan is not without. It's just that the palace master and a group of sage mentors may be needed to take action. The instructor in charge of maintaining the magic circle at Guangming Academy pondered for a moment, then said. Speak up if you have a plan. Shui Wanren waved his hands and asked eagerly. This assessment is fully presided over by him. If something goes wrong, he will be the first to be held accountable. Vice Palace Master, for the current plan, only you lead a group of venerable mentors up to catch the thunder that landed in advance. Heavenly thunder has a spirit. If it is known that other people are interfering with it to hinder the robbery, I am afraid that it will completely increase its strength. So, those who are not demigods are irresistible. My lord, Deputy Palace Master, I think you should think about it again. There are some things that should not be acted rashly. I still think it's better to terminate the assessment first, it's safer. The instructor of Guangming Academy who was in charge of maintaining the magic circle swallowed a mouthful of saliva while speaking. The tension in his heart was beyond words, and his body twitched unnaturally while speaking. No. The assessment cannot be terminated. Even if my deputy palace master loses his true essence today, he will definitely block this thunder disaster. This little guy really makes people love and hate. Shui Wanren, the deputy head of the Guangming Academy, took a deep breath, and while talking, he immediately complained, and then rushed out in big strides. All the venerable mentors of Guangming Academy will fight with me. Follow me to resist the thunder tribulation. Be sure not to let it destroy the magic circle. Shui Wanren, deputy head of the Guangming Academy, was speaking with a special light in his eyes. The sanctuary thunder tribulation can be simplified as triple sanctuary thunder tribulation, sixth sanctuary thunder tribulation, and 9 sanctuary thunder tribulation. If the first two are okay, it won't hurt the fundamentals. But if it is really rare for the 9-layer sanctuary thunder calamity. The eyes of Shui Wanren, the head of Guangming Academy, flickered, and then he took a deep breath, clenching his teeth involuntarily. If it really happened as he expected, the situation might really be about to collapse. The first thunder disaster in the sanctuary arrived as promised. To be precise, the 3 sanctuary thunder disasters landed at the same time, because 3 sanctuary thunder disasters arrived at the same time. Rumbling. In the examination room, Fang Fan looked at all this in a daze. Why doesn't this sanctuary lightning tribulation come down? Disappeared in mid-air. Then I saw a few figures appearing here. The leader was naturally Shui Wanren, the deputy master of Guangming Academy. Behind him, there were dozens of practitioners gathered. Fang Fan even saw Murong Yu. My lord. A few god pets flew down with surprised faces, and the stunned expressions on their faces also increased. This was a bit different from their previous expected direction. This wave after wave, what is the situation? Why does this look so weird? My lord, the sanctuary thunder tribulation seems to have been blocked. The hell 3-headed dog roared and shook its 3 heads, and then spit out the true fire of samadhi, with a bored look on its face. Well, it was indeed blocked. It was done by people from Guangming Academy. This sanctuary lightning tribulation seems to have had some impact on the surrounding magic circle. Fang Fan pondered for a while, then nodded silently and said. There is a little difference between everyone here, and he can clearly feel it. It was indeed a little thoughtless when I gave experience cards to all the battle pets and holy level battle pets.